Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do, and Media Res. Just kidding, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't even know where Media Res is. But anyway, we are going through here, and we are just hewing through this hill, because if there is one thing I know, it's hills. Know yourself first. Sun Tzu said that. That's how you defeat your enemies. My enemies in this case, I guess, are protrusions from the ground. They are disturbances into the sky. They are going to be struck, and, oh, I'm too far away from that beam guy. So let's head back that way real quick, get our haste on. Dang it. The hastening. There we go. And then we can resume our rapid fire hewing through in of this sky eyesore. A skysore, if you will. Boom. It's shovel time. Boom, shovel you down. It's like you guys are like coal and I am the boiler. Oh wait, no, I'm the shoveler. You know, you might be down low, but I'm above you. I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna hop. You know me, I ain't gonna stop, even though there's a bit of snow there. That's a little disconcerting. If there's anything that's sure, it's probably less than certain. No, wait, more than certain. Extra certain. It's, I don't know. Probable? No. Possible? What's something that must be? It's not a mystery, except to me, because I don't have my thesaurus with me, because I'm playing a game, I'm chopping the blocks, and I ain't stopping the chopping for the talking to... Yeah, well, that went poorly. But you know what? It's just like a war. We have to kind of roll with the punches. Sometimes we win, and we win by the bunches like bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. But other times it's not so clear. Other times I'm looking here and I'm beginning to fear that perhaps I'm not as prepared as I might have wanted to be. Perhaps, you know, it's not just about you and it's not just about me. And there's something broader that needs to be perceived, that needs to be spoken aloud, because we can never be too proud. But you know what? I won't be cowed. I see this mountain pushing into the sky, and I say no, not today. Today is not the day that I die. Striking at you, punching at you. Oh, picking at you. Everybody always says don't pick on that mountain. But you know what? That mountain's bigger than me, so I don't feel too bad. Although really you shouldn't pick on anyone. It'll make them sad. But, you know, I'm not an expert. I'm just a dad. Dang it. I need more of that haste. I can't let all this pickaxe go to waste on slow strikes. I can't drop the mic for a second. Can't slow my pace, I reckon. But I feel like we're cutting through this, not quite like butter, but maybe like another, like, margarine condiment. Is butter a condiment? I don't know where it went, encyclopedically speaking, categorically. I don't know exactly. I'd have to explore it for thee. But, you know, you could probably think about it for a minute and get down to it and leave a comment about exactly what butter is or is not, or margarine, and why it is to be got for, I don't know, your bread, for your toast. I really gotta make the most of this haste while the sun shines, because I know those mobs will be here with me in their sight lines trying to do me with some thought crimes, or maybe punching crimes, which are also illegal in many societies, including the one in 1984. You might have read it before, by George Orwell. Well, you're not supposed to punch people in 1984. I guess unless you're authorized by the government because of your particular role in their authoritarian structure. But, you know, some of that is just bluster. It's, you know, people trying to talk themselves up like some big brother. But I'm gonna have another stab at renewing my haste, because I am just wasting all your time. Just sitting here, slowly trying to rhyme with a shovel that is just not quite working the way it should. Uh-oh. Well, that jump was good, so we're gonna keep mountaintop removing like this is West Virginia, and we are a group in the business of being licensed and properly insured to remove mountaintops, which I've heard before is a bureaucratic game. It's all about who you know and when you know them and when they know you and how you do and all that. And I'm not that social in that way. Like, I like to say hello, hey, howdy, hey, but I'm not one of those folks who's just going to sit here and, stand here or shake hands with random mans about, hey, what are your demands for us to open this mine, to open this mountain, that's been here all time. Well, not all time. Mountains are kind of new in some places, but the Appalachians in particular are ancient. And the sun's going down, so I'd better flee from the mobs that will spawn and certainly chase me. Let's go ahead and grab some fireworks, because I'm off with a zap, dang it, when it works. Dang it. Into the pond? Up, up, and away. I'm Joe Hills, and I'm here to say, howdy y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I hoped you enjoyed that media res, but yeah, there, that was your intro. That kind of got away from me.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
Well, I spent a few in-game days pushing back this mountain here, and I gotta tell you, it is a lot of work to level a mountain. This didn't even look like that big a mountain. I was thinking like, oh, this is more of a molehill, and apparently it was already a mountain. I did not need to make a mountain out of this molehill. It had already decided for me its role it was going to play, or I guess the mole it was going to play. But like, if I can get through to this crater here, this is going to be way easier. Dang it. Because it's gonna, like, I'm not gonna have to dig out that whole part. It's just kind of getting the stuff down in the interim. Dang it. And these hiding blocks are big problems for me, too. So, I'm currently kind of having to rush back. It's like I'm underwater almost. I'm running back inside the range of the beacon. Then as soon as I see that little thing light up here, haste, there we go. I'll run back it this way, up the stairs, like I'm a deep sea diver. I'm like, or not even deep sea. The deep sea divers tend to be a little bit differently organized than this. More like maybe an oyster diver. Like I'm kind of diving as low as I can to grab as many oysters as I can and then resurfacing. So that's basically me in the Bay of Manhattan. Do they still call it that? I don't know. It used to be, there used to be a lot of oyster divers in New York City before they had hot dogs. Because oysters were the street food that you could just sell, and you could literally just swim down, grab a bunch of oysters, and come back up, and then sell them, which was like a good way to keep the people in the city fed, even when they didn't necessarily have a ton of money and resources at any given time. So anyway, that's kind of me right now. I'm just kind of going through here. So many of these stutter blocks. It's a little unfortunate that there's not a great solution to those other than mining slower. And of all the things I want to do right now, I'm going to tell you, mining slower is pretty low on the list. Because if I can punch through that next valley there, it's going to be a huge boon. But, of course, a lot of mountain in the way. Let's go ahead and run back this way a bit. What's that? It's a crafting bench, everyone's favorite element of Minecraft videos. But what could it be for? Hark. Additional clay. Anything could happen there. Well, let's say we throw some gray dye in. Why do we want that much gray hardened clay? To cook it. It is going to be the piece de resistance in my upcoming dessert series, hardened gray clay, terracotta glazed food. No, just kidding. What it's actually going to be is, I was realizing that it might look cooler if we take each of these donor or patron figures here, or warriors, and make them like a squad leader. So like the far right figure on any given column might be that squad's leader. And then we would take, dang it, not light gray terracotta, that's the worst. Gray glazed terracotta. And here, let's use this one for example. So I was thinking it would be something like, we would put gray glazed terracotta for the rest of the squad, but maybe match the trouser color of the kind of squad leader. So this one here, this one is Doughboy 91. So Doughboy 91 squad would have the gray glazed terracotta on top, and then brown glazed terracotta down here. And this has the upshot of looking cooler, but also we can go ahead and fill in more of these rows with the gray glazed terracotta as we cook it, and not have to substitute everything out as it happens. You know, I'm not sure that that sells distinct figures as neatly as I was hoping to, though. Well, maybe I should just have them... Whoops. Bye-bye, floor. We loved you. Not enough, you know, to keep you safe. Sorry about that. Well, what about just having them be gray glazed all the way across? I think that might work. Or maybe gray and black, or something like that. Something subtle. I don't know. Let me pull up the list of other people who have sent in their requests, and we'll start doing a few more of these and see how they work out. Doing something like having the squad leader have like a special hat, which, let's hop up here real quick. Do something like that. Kind of indicate that they are more important. Yeah, I think that that kind of works. Now, I don't have enough iron there to do a lot of those, so we might not knock those all out today. But I did kind of just want to get started on moving this forward some. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of the other gray glazed terracotta here and start turning these front few ranks into modernized terracotta squads. Terra squad does. You know, probably the easiest way to do this would just be to run straight through like this. Boom. Yeah, there we go. This is effective. So as I'm looking at this, I think that I might try and replace the middle pieces here with like a black. So it's still relatively subdued. Yeah, but it kind of gives a more distinct sense of individuality between the figures. And once the entire group is like this, it's going to be a lot clearer, like kind of how that actually plays out. So we put these two here, these two here, these two here, that sort of thing. Yeah, this terracotta army is feeling a little bit more legit now. I just didn't like the idea of having so many figures that weren't terracotta. Like, the gravel is cool, but having them be made out of terracotta, even if it's a less impressive color, is just great. Now that we've got some actual terracotta in here, this army is looking a lot more regular, which I appreciate. And I think that once I standardize the hats on all of the kind of squad leaders, that's going to look good too. It might be better to do them with wooden hatches rather than the metal hatches, just because of the wooden signs being the same kind of texture and color here. So it would look like this was maybe attached to that if it was wooden. Let's try that real quick. Jump boost 2. Do I have to pay again? There we go. Now, dang it. Okay, cool. Now we can just jump right on top of these guys. Whoa. This is... I can't actually jump as high as I would like. Dang it. Okay. So this might not be as good, dang it, an idea as I thought it was going to be. But we're going to hop up here and put the hat on top of each of the squad leaders for our terracotta army. Dang it. And that's not all of them, but I do want to see if that looks good or not. Maybe. I might need to just have iron hats for some of them too, though. That's... dang it. Well, what it might end up doing is putting carpet on the other ones, and that'll make it look better, but having them bare compared to the wooden ones is just not really what I want. But I'm running out of time, so real quick, let's do a flyby and see how much we dug out today. We dug out a ton today. And, well, I say today, this is several days worth of progress. And we got a ton of these pillars in here. I'm going to have to wipe all those out, though, and switch them out with the gray terracotta as it cooks. as well as more black terracotta as it cooks. But I'm pretty happy with this on the whole. I hope you are too. And I can't work a camera for anything. I'm just going to keep falling in pits. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.